to our graduation. We have not been able to host a graduation since 2019 due to the pandemic. And I am so proud of each and every single one of the individuals who came today and those who were unable to make it. Many of the individuals that are here are personal advisees to me. I've received a lot of phone calls where I've tried to hold myself together and then later shed some tears. So I am very proud of their accomplishments. This is not waterproof, I see. Okay. But I am Dean Boone, the Dean of North America at Oceania University of Medicine. And today I honor the graduates for their perseverance, their sacrifice, and their grit. I understand that it's not only your personal sacrifice and perseverance and grit that we celebrate, but it's actually the individuals who stood behind us. So to this whole room, family, friends, guests, we thank you for your support. We thank you for your perseverance, and we thank you for your sacrifice. Now, we will all stay standing for our Samoan and the U.S. national anthem. Thank you, and welcome to Many, our founder and chairwoman. Happy goals.
Thank you, Dean Boone, and welcome to everyone. This is another very exciting day in the life of OUM. It's hard to believe this is our 22nd year. And as of today, we will have sent 224 new doctors into the world. people have asked me in the last 24 hours about how you have got started, and so I thought I would share that story with you all. Back in the late 1990s, I was shown a large 330-page report that was done by the Rand Corporation for the Pew Charitable Trust on the subject of distance learning. In the early 1960s, my first professional career was as a computer programmer, but I had never heard the expression distance learning. So it was quite an eye-opener, and the bottom line of that report was that distance learning would be the wave of the future. I also had read reports that the US had a shortage of 220,000 doctors, and everyone was trying to figure out how we would train more. And so thinking about the distance learning on one hand and the shortage of doctors on the other, and knowing that there were a number of new schools started in the Caribbean, but some of them had garnered some pretty negative publicity, I thought, what if we could allow people to do the first 2 years of basic sciences online from home? So no one had to uproot and go to the Caribbean or go anywhere else, and could just do the studies from home. And of course, in the second 2 years, or the second part of the program, the clinical part, go into hospitals, just as any other medical students would do. As it happened, my cousins from Australia happened to be visiting in Miami, where I live. And I mentioned this idea to them. And when they went back, as it happened, they were at a cocktail party chatting with a friend of theirs who was a doctor, telling him this idea, and standing next to him happened to be the man who was the honorary consul for Samoa. And he thought this was such an extraordinary idea. Apparently, he went right home and called the then Prime Minister and said, listen to this. And it turned out, just happened, a lot of things by the grace of God have come into the development of OUM. It happened that the Prime Minister and his Minister of Health had just recently returned from a meeting in Singapore where they saw a demonstration of distance learning. And he had said at the time, this would be great for our people because we're so remote. So he said to his consul in Sydney, tell them that they will present their curriculum to us and to our Samoan Medical Board, and it's approved. We'll be happy to welcome them here. Well, I knew that the curriculum was developed based on that of medical schools in Australia and in the US. And so I felt confident about how we were presenting it. And indeed, they were very much impressed and welcomed us there. And so by an act of parliament in 2001, the Oceania University of Samoa Act was passed, and that's how we began. And we took our first students in 2002. There were 7. And I should tell you that Monash University, that's the largest medical school and largest university in Australia, began their medical school with 5. So we persevered. I have to tell you, there were many people who said this couldn't be done, most of whom were doctors who said, I never learned that way. You can't possibly teach medicine that way. But then I remembered something I had seen in another early career when I was with public television. And in fact, it was at a meeting in the Dallas, Texas public television station that when I walked in, I saw on the wall a saying that stayed with me for a long time. If we do not dream, we will not dare. If we do not dare, we will not realize what we have dreamed. I never found out who said it, but obviously I never forgot it. And at that moment, when I came up with this idea, I thought, I think I have to dare. And so I always thank our graduates for proving me right. And in fact, post-COVID now, the world knows that distance learning is a valid way of delivering education. But at that time, no one did. And in fact, we have all faced a lot of challenges over these years. And so it's particularly gratifying to see everyone succeed and moving on and doing great things and earning great honors and giving me not just a sense of great gratitude, but great pride. So as Dean Moody said, we're very grateful to all the families and friends and all kinds of relatives and community organizers who have helped our students along. And I'm always very pleased when I hear a story from one of our graduates or indeed one of our clinical students who, when asked where did you go to medical school, and he or she says, the Oceania University of Medicine, the response is, oh, we love OUM students. So again, thank you for being the people you are, the students who are and have been, and the doctors I know you will be. Thank you. Now I would first like to read the list of graduates in absentia, those who could not be with us today. Oh, sorry. The Academic Excellence Award. We have 2 students who are graduating cum laude. Axel Roman with a GPA of 3.67 and Armand Chana with a GPA of 3.58. Would these 2 gentlemen please step forward to receive their OUM medal? I know that everyone in this audience knows what it means to graduate from OUM with honors. Thank you. The graduates being honored in 2023, but some of them, as you will see, go back some time, because as Dean Boone pointed out, we have not been able to do this for the last 4 years because of COVID. So in absentia, Garbia El-Hajamar from January 2020. Brett Meredith, August 2020. Viola Grau, December 2020. Karen Williams Flowers, February 2021. Ipo Hamamoto, March 2021, from American Samoa. Naresh Datta, September 2021. Peggy Steers, February 2022. Brownie Tui Sissoko, March 2022, also American Samoa. And Carol Jesse, December 2022. And now, would all the graduates who are in attendance please stand and come forward as I read your name. From February 2020, Alex Rowe. From August 2021, Helen Mazukwe. From April 2022, Armand Chana. July 2022, Kimberly Guayala. From November 2022, Patricia Clemenceau Morel. From April 2023, Lisa Hornford. From September 2023, Laura Lewis. From September 2023, Maria Azua. And from September 2023, Christiana Williams. Congratulations to all the graduates once again. And now I invite any of the graduates who wish to speak to come forward and say a few words.
OU Power and German, topical faculty and staff members, current and incoming OU students, my fellow graduates and guests. I'd like to speak about healthcare. Healthcare should be affordable. Barack Obama once said, in the wealthiest nation on earth, no one should go broke just because they get sick. Healthcare system in this country should be motivated by love, kindness, generosity to the sick and helpless, compassion, not profit. I'd like to add a verse from the Bible. Whoever is generous to the poor, that's to the Lord, and he will repay him for his deed. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 7. My teachers and mentors and OU staff, thank you for your patient guidance. Special thanks to my wife, Lenora. My fellow graduates, congratulations, and good luck to your future endeavors.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed educators, honored guests, cherished family member, close companion, fellow graduates. As I stand in front of you all today, my heart races with a storm of emotion. Every pulse carries gratitude while joy flows through me on every beat. Each breathtaking echoes accomplishments. Our journey through Oceania University of Medicine was more than just time passing. It was a transformation that molded us into compassionate healers. This moment captured my unwavering commitment, resilience, and the immense support that has carried me through. To the teachers and admin team at Oceania University of Medicine, I'm extremely grateful for your dedication. Your belief in us and commitment to help us excel is what got me here today. The knowledge and skills I have learned here are more than lessons. They are the foundation, our healing journey powered by empathy, and directed by compassion. Our achievement would have remained distant aspirations without the constant encouragement and sacrifice of our families. My beloved husband, you have been my rock throughout this journey. Even in the darkest moments, your efforts and support have guided me like a lighthouse. You made every impossible possible for me, and you have been the wind beneath my wings. To my children, you light up my path and motivate me to push beyond my limits daily. I strive for excellence due to your empathy, your kindness, and unwavering belief in me. To my staff at Star Family Healthcare, I thank you all for the support given me throughout this journey. To my mentor, Dr. Geoffrey Onyuku, you have taught me more than the lesson I needed in the field of medicine. Gratitude is unto a dear friend and my sister, Dr. Christiana Williams, my fellow graduates, who has been there for me through thick and thin. Your ears to listen and advice been my sanctuary, and I owe it all to you. For all my family here today, it's wonderful being able to share my graduation with you. It is a fantastic day today, made all the better with your presence. To my fellow graduates, you are doctors now. We are doctors now. Whether we feel like it or not, and there's no going back. It's a lifelong commitment. The three things that comes with the job are healing people, giving wisdom, and having compassion for others. In the immoral world of Helen Keller, alone we can do so little, together we can do much. Let us carry this fundamental truth as we venture into the world, recognizing that our collective effort can achieve the extraordinary. Let us acknowledge the privilege and responsibility bestowed upon us as medical practitioners by committing to enhance the well-being of those we encounter. To Oceania University of Medicine, I extend my gratitude for shaping us into the doctors we are today. Many thanks to our friends, family, and fellow students for your steadfast support. Here to a future beaming with boundless possibilities and a world transformed by our shared compassion and expertise. Congratulations to the class of 2020 to 2023, and may we forever serve as positive catalysts for change. Thank you so very much, and may God bless each and every one of you here today. And may God bless Oceania University of Medicine.
Hello, everybody. Not sure how to follow up to that. That was great. I'm truly grateful for being here. I don't have an elaborate speech for you guys. I just want to say I'm truly grateful. This has been a pretty interesting and stressful year, to say this, but I'm glad to be here. I just want to take a few seconds to recognize the people that without them this moment would not be possible. Dr. Boone, thank you so much for your kindness, your time, and your leadership. Dr. KK, I'm not sure where she is, but thank you for being my mentor, number one supporter. And I should really apologize for all the hours and all the stress I'm going through. So I'm truly grateful. I also want to recognize a couple of my family here supporting me, my friends. I'm truly grateful. Special thanks to my best friend Rasheen, who really pushed me to come here today. Being a doctor, comes with certain sacrifices, which I'm sure we all well aware. So having to, I'm sure I would have regretted if I didn't make it today. So thank you for really pushing me. Thank you for being a true friend. Thank you for being my Gail. If you have a Gail in your life, you know what this means. Thank you for being my Gail. Finally, I just want to say thank you to my sister, You are my rock, and I couldn't do this without you, so thank you.
Okay, talofa everyone. I think I'm the only Samoan student here, so I would like to say just a brief Samoan thank you, and then just say some short thank you in English. Doa ngai, e whamanuatu ia li'i, mea moko e tongi e te au, ia whamanuatu I lona smoka ia. Doa ngai, e whamanuatu ia li'i. Au po'ine I ngā wasa me tasi o ana mea lofa. O le liinga e fo'i atu I le atua, a wā o ia o mātua I le nei laso. Ia tu mau pea, ia te ia luna lawa I inga, se ia o I le whaabawau. O upo le atunu, o whaiwai tapua ia e manuia. E ave aile e ava noa, e mumoli aile a ngā whawhitai, I lau susunga, Taffy Gold, whaapea le fo mai ia Dr. Boone, o ali'i matamaitai whai a onga, o le OUM, whawhitai te lapa. It means thank you. I think you guys all saw the presentations with the thank you in Samoan at the end. Whawhitai lapa Taffy Gold, Dr. Boone, as well as all of OUM's faculty and staff for helping us along the way so that we have finally reached the graduation day. I know it's been tough, a very tough journey for us, especially during COVID, with the cancellation of several things along the way, but I am truly grateful to be here. I would like to thank especially all of our friends, family, anyone who has supported my journey along the way, especially my father, my mother, who as of last week is now joining us up. As well as all of my cherished in-laws and my siblings, and of course, my dear husband who's in the back with our rowdy 2-year-old, and all of our children. Thank you for the sacrifices you guys have made for us to complete this journey. Thank you.
Truly, these have been very best years of my life so far. And it's been the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. I did apply to medical school right after my undergraduate time. But I'm grateful that I didn't have the distractions that I would have had then. I'm grateful that OUM has allowed us to do this at a pace that was possible. I'm grateful for the friends that I made along the way, starting with orientation weekend and becoming study partners, and just staying in touch with these people all these years has strengthened me, and especially Dr. Wendy Chen. I'm here today at the ceremony because of her encouragement and her inspiration all these years. We started our journey attending national conventions a couple of times a year with the American Medical Student Association, and I attribute the membership in that as something that helped keep me going all the years of the conversation with medical students from other universities all around the United States. Something else that has been a constant inspiration is coming to graduation ceremonies at OUM. Every year I try to attend one, and the speeches that I heard and talking with the students, the graduates, those were constant sources of inspiration to help me stay the course. I've been privileged to have a strong support network. Lots of people have cheered me on, especially my husband. He allowed me to give up anytime I felt like giving up. So that's a joke with us, is that the giving up would last about 24 hours. And then he would come and start looking for me and find me in my office studying again. And it happened so many times I've lost count, but it was a joke, a good one, that it's okay to take a break. And the love of the medicine just would never let go. The extended Cornforth family, the Amend family, my brothers, sister-in-laws, aunts, nieces, my family of friends, basically from my high school, have cheered me on. A dear friend actually wrote my letter of recommendation, who was a physician. Our church family, our neighbors, we've lived in several different cities, in Bentonville, Arkansas, and McAllen, Texas, Oklahoma. I had some great clinical instructors in Washington, Missouri, an OUM graduate, Dr. Jen Allen, and her husband, Dr. Jerry Allen, has continued to inspire and encourage me. And finally, the physicians and the staff at the clinic where I've been employed for the last year and a half, the neuroscience specialists in Oklahoma, have helped me to continue to see the process through to apply to residency. And that's been a big step. And another person in that respect has been my own family personal physician, Dr. Robert Stepp, who constantly is telling me that we need doctors. Every time I saw him, we need you. And thank you, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, fellow graduates, and cherished family and friends. Today is a momentous day, a day of my dreams of becoming a doctor since I was 5 years old became a reality. Thanks to the support of the faculty at OUM, my fellow classmates, my family, and friends, God my life. My life has been a journey. When I was 8 years old, my family and I immigrated from Vietnam to America with a dream of providing us with a better education and a better life. We didn't speak English and live in poverty growing up. It was the hard work and resilience I became inspired to dream big and gained the confidence needed to become a registered nurse at the age of 22 and advanced nurse practitioner as a hospitalist for almost 20 years. And today, as I stand before you all, a doctor, I would like to give a special thank you to my family, Tao, Maturin, Tegan, and Jenna. The path becoming a doctor is not an easy one, and it has filled with long hours of studying, sleepless nights, countless sacrifices. Despite the added difficulties brought by the pandemic. You never waver in your support. You have had to share your time with me, often seeing me bury in textbooks and notes. Your patience and understanding, your ability to adapt to the changing circumstances of our lives, and your unwavering belief in my dreams have been a source of my inspiration to me. Thank you. I want you to know that every single accomplishment I have achieved during my schooling, and every test I ace, and every challenge I overcome, I did it for you. You have seen me at my lowest and celebrated with me at my highest. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. In conclusion, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to all my professors, mentors, and friends who have been a part of this incredible journey. Thank you, Oceania University of Medicine, for giving me an opportunity to fulfill my dream and becoming a doctor. I look forward to the challenges and the adventures that await us in our new careers. And I know that with the love and support of my family, anything is possible. Thank you and congratulations to my fellow graduates.
I always wanted I always wanted to be a physician. But due to circumstances, I wasn't able to do it in my younger years. I studied nursing in the Philippines and eventually became a nurse practitioner in the US. Working as an NP in a rural clinic in Mississippi, managed by a group of nuns, was a rewarding and inspiring experience. When I heard that a mature colleague was going to medical school, it piqued my interest and made me want to do it too. Thus, my journey in OUN started in 2014. It's been a long journey, life with its twists and turns, and thank God I persevered. Here I am standing before you, a graduate of OUN. What I am today was possible because of the following people. First and foremost, God, for the opportunity to experience this day, for all His graces and blessings. My husband of 24 years, for his support, encouragement, love, sacrifices, etc., etc. My children, my pride and joy, for understanding, love, encouragement. Thank you also for driving me to Jackson Park when I was about to do my clinicals over there. Usually it's the parents who take their kids to college dorms, but this time it was my kids who drove me to Jackson Park. So thank you for that. And thank you also for taking away from school and coming here. And my mother and father, for their hard work, love, sacrifices, so their 8 children can go to school. My Uncle Fred, for financial support when I was in nursing school in the Philippines. OUN for this non-traditional pathway, you made my dream of becoming a physician come true. OUN staff, instructors, mentors, advisors, Dr. Kiki, especially, we are blessed to have you. I would also like to thank my two sisters, Isolde and Zita, first cousins, Emily and Mark, for coming here all the way from New York City. And a friend and classmate from nursing school, Danny, who lives around the area. Thank you for coming to celebrate this momentous event with us. Congratulations to the graduates and their families. All the best for future endeavors. Thank you all.
Good evening, faculty and staff, my fellow graduates, students, alumni, friends, family, and distinguished guests. I want to start out by thanking the Lord God for making this possible. It's been a very long and grueling journey. But it's possible because of love and guidance for our Heavenly Father. I want to extend my sincere gratitude to the founder and co-chairwoman, Taffy Gold, the faculty and staff at OUM for your outstanding job preparing us to be great physicians, but especially to the Dean, Dr. Boone, for making the difference at OUM. Like we said earlier, I did the first 2 years and a half at home. I was able to work, which is a very unique feature of OUM. That's why most of us are able to be here, because it wouldn't have been possible. I have to work. I have a clinic to run. So there was no way. It was not possible until I came across OUM. And it's been the most rewarding journey of my life. Things after the 2.5 years, and then a few more months later, I went and did the rotation at McAllen, Texas. And throughout that time, Dr. Boone was an academic advisor. Before then, she taught me endocrinology, she taught me reproductive, and then she became my advisor. Things were not looking very well, at least when I was living at McAllen. I literally drove from McAllen to Oklahoma. It was like 11 hours crying, because I said I just wasted my 5.5 years because there's just so many things just not going well, at least according to me. And then a major change happened. Kathy said yesterday something very important. She said, student feedback is very, very important. Dr. McFarland talked about yesterday about the fact that students need to fill out the surveys because they make a lot of changes based on this. And the greatest change OUM did was making Dr. Boone the Dean of the University of Oceania University of Medicine. The students I've talked to, all our fellow students, the new students, everybody feels the same way. She's a game changer. And so I thank you, Dr. Boone, for what you did. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you. And that goes to all my fellow graduates. Thank you. And Dr. Thank you for making this change. It was huge for all. I also want to thank my fellow graduates. I have so many, my friends. They're not my friends like family to me. We became one. I don't know how many times I've called. I remember just Dr. Helen, how many times, I remember the first day I have a family practice, she has a family practice, so I knew there's no way this is possible. How am I going to do this? OUM made her to talk, that they're telling us about her experience at OUM. She was already like a year or two ahead of me. She talked about the balance. She talked about the importance of getting a balance. She said it's doable. That was the first time I went home and told my husband, she said it's doable. I need to call her. My husband said, why don't you call her? When I was shaking. She said, call her. He said, call her. When I called her, she became my sister from another mother. I wouldn't have been able to make it through without my friend. And then, of course, a man, also a man, Dr. Man. I don't remember these sleepless nights. There was so many. I called and cried. A man would tell me that, oh, I passed. I said, gosh, you're a genius, man. I said, what do you mean you're 100%? It got to a point my kids or my husband said, have you called a man? Have you called a man? Call a man. I can't make it. I said, call a man. Thank you. That's my little brother. Sometimes I tell him I always love to be his mom, so my little brother, who's my friend Patricia? You know Dr. Patricia? Oh girl, you've gone through it. You didn't succeed to make me a plant-based. You tried. I was tempted. All the lunches you took together, all the walks, you tried. I have to be really strong to still eat my dirty ways. Thank you, girl, so much for everything. Thank you, all my friends. You guys all know my graduates, everybody. You guys know how important you are to me. I want to thank my kids, Rani and Isebe. You guys, I couldn't have asked for better children. I couldn't have. I quit so many times at some point they just say, yes, mom. Before I finish the statement, mom, you quit. Before I finish it, yeah, yes, mom, we know, you quit. That's what they told me. And they would carry me in my little bag and they just continue to support me. I want to thank you guys so much. I couldn't have done this without you guys. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys with everything I've brought. I want to thank my baby sister, Mary. She's my office manager, she's my everything, my loving sister. There's no way I would have done this. I wouldn't have come back to anything if I didn't have the trust of a sister, love of a sister. Thank you for being there, for your wonderful family, your loving family, your husband and children, Juju, Miley. Thank you. Thank you to my friend, Akwi. Where is she? Where's Akwi? She's not, oh, there she is. She's a nurse practitioner that I left in my practice. Thank you for holding down the fort for me, my sister. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank my dear uncle, Dr. Iwane, and his wife, Amina. He's the first doctor of the family. He's here somewhere, uncle. He inspired me, and I couldn't thank you more, uncle, for always being there for me. Thank you so much from childhood, all my truancies. You okay? Thank you, uncle. My calling grand. I also want to thank my mom. That's my everything. My dad died when when I was just 10 years old. I left off with my mom with 4 girls. She was a teacher. How she did it, I don't know. But there's one thing that she did for sure. She instilled in us the importance of education. And I never took that for granted. Thank you for your prayers, Mom. I know you've been sick. This is the most important thing to me. My mom being here, watching me graduate from medical school. It's almost surreal. I can't believe it. But it happened. There were times that she was so sick, I didn't even think she was going to make it last year. She's here, and I thank God for that. And then I also want to thank my husband, who is my everything. I thank you for everything that you've done for me. Without you, I wouldn't be here. I owe everything to you. And Sunshine, everybody, I give you guys Molus. Uncle Molus has been my, I tell you, anyways, your family, I thank you so much. So, to the students and everyone here, please never stop believing in yourself. Success doesn't come easy, stay focused, and you can achieve anything. Remember, it's an honor and privilege to serve the public as a physician. Thank you very much.
First, so we'll do it in the sections, and then you will repeat after me. By all that I hold highest, I promise my patience, competence, integrity, candor, personal commitment to their best interests, compassion, and absolute discretion and confidentiality within the law.
By all that I hold highest, I promise my patience, confidence, integrity, candor, personal commitment to their best interests, compassion, and absolute discretion, and confidentiality within the law.
I shall do by my patience as I would be done by. Shall obtain consultation whenever I or they desire.
I shall do by my patience as I would be done by. Shall obtain consultation whenever I or they desire.
Shall include them to the extent they wish in all important decisions, and shall minimize suffering whenever a cure cannot be obtained, understanding that a dignified death is an important goal in everyone's life.
Shall include them to the extent they wish in all important decisions, and shall minimize suffering whenever a cure cannot be obtained, understanding that a dignified death is an important goal in everyone's life.
I shall try to establish a friendly relationship with my patients and shall accept each one in a non-judgmental manner, appreciating the validity and worth of different value systems and according to each person a full measure of human dignity.
I shall try to establish a friendly relationship with my patients and shall accept each one in a non-judgmental manner, appreciating the validity and worth of the different value systems and according to each person a full measure of human dignity.
I shall charge only for my professional services and shall not profit financially in any other way as a result of the advice and care I render my patients.
I shall charge only for my professional services and shall not profit financially in any other way as a result of the advice and care I render my patients.
I shall provide advice and encouragement for my patients in their efforts to sustain their own health.
I shall provide advice and encouragement for my patients in their efforts to sustain their own health.
I shall work with my profession to improve the quality of medical care and to improve the public health. But I shall not let any lesser public or professional consideration interfere with my primary commitment to provide the best and most appropriate care available to each of my patients.
I shall work with my profession to improve the quality of medical care and to improve the public health. But I shall not let any lesser public or professional consideration interfere with my primary commitment to provide the best and most appropriate care available to each of my patients.
To the extent that I live by these precepts, I shall be a worthy physician.
the extent that I live by these precepts, I shall be a worthy physician.
I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to the medical profession as a physician. Welcome. And this part of your medical journey is done, but you know that another part is just beginning. I went to Tennessee State University, which is a historically Black college, and our president at the time used to end all of our commencement services with just a quick story, so I'll leave you guys with it. Every morning in Africa, a cheetah wakes up, and it knows that it must outrun the slowest gazelle, or it will starve. Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up, and it knows that it has to outrun the fastest cheetah, or it will be killed. No matter if you're the cheetah or you're the gazelle, when the sun comes up, you better be running. So stay running. So we're